Can you give us an example, Dr. Woodson, of when you've
Yes,
seen
there's a
it?
young lady. I was thinking of a story in Milwaukee where in Washington D.C. There was an area 25 years ago called Benning Terrace. It was 53 murders in a 5 square block area in 2 years because of these warring factions. I have been working with 5 men who were ex-offenders who come to God. And I said to them, you have the trust of people on the streets and officials, but no one can measure your effectiveness. You need to concentrate in one neighborhood. And in this area of Benning Terrace, a 12-year-old was beaten to death, and it embarrassed the city, and it was national headlines. And I said, God has made the choice for you. Go in that neighborhood, find out who the warring factions are, and bring them to my office downtown. Well, they did what the police couldn't do, and I just found there were 8 young men on either side of the Avenue and the Circle gangs. One of them worked for an auto dealership, and they borrowed 2 15-passenger vans, and they brought them to my office. I had some experience in gang intervention. And so I put the leaders on the phone with 2 of my guys in Hartford and Los Angeles that had experience in gang mediation. And so they guided my guys. When they came into my office, we had a big table, we had a meal. This is a part of it. Long story short, these young men said, no one ever asked us to be peaceful. In other words, no one with authority. As a consequence, we had 2 sessions, and these young men never knew how it started. But I said, are you happy with your life? The people are afraid of you, not respecting you. And they said, no. They said, if we give you an opportunity to change, would you take it? They said, yes. They shook hands, and we had a national press conference. The housing authority director was there. He gave them jobs as to repair the very community that they tore up. So they became part of the housing authority. Through the leader of the avenue became the foreman, the leader of the circle, and they switched. And it was front page news. These young men were removing graffiti. They removed more graffiti in 6 months than the housing authority staff did in 2 years.
Right.
And people who used to run from them ran to them now. And so we made them heroes, and they called me always on the last minute and said, we want to give a picnic for the moms of Benning Terrace. And so we did. And as a consequence, these young men who were predators became ambassadors of peace, and they became big brothers and father figures. And this is a point of giving. I said to them, you owe us for what we've done for you, but we don't want you to repay. We want you to know you have to give back for what has been given to you. What are you passionate about? They said they're passionate about being coaches. So we made them coaches. 100 kids showed up wanting to be on the teams. So I said, I was at a business meeting in Fairfax County, and I got a call. And they said, Bob, it's been 3 months now. They've earned it. We're ready for uniforms. So I collected $15,000 in the room for uniforms for the kids. But I told the people giving it to me, you will not be acknowledged for this because the uniforms will be given by the coaches to them. It's also important to know how you give. Long story short, they had 3 football teams. The whole community changed from being the most violent to the most peaceful. We didn't have a gang murder for 12 years.
Wow, that's astonishing. From
And we
53
exported that
murders in 2
model
years to none over 12 years.
Yes. But again, I didn't see any scholars, conservative or liberal scholars, rushing in to do evaluations. There was no rush to kind of acknowledge that we did get some funding. We were able to export it to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Dallas, Texas, with the same results.